Hello my darlings, it's Miss Lucidity. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw this lovely fantasy tree, fantasy Sleepy Hollow / creepy tree. This piece was actually done in marker pen and biro, but today I'm going to use a slightly different medium, and I'm going to be using coloured crayons or coloured pencils and possibly a bit of marker pen for shading. Now, I've already pre-treated my piece of white paper with some tea and let it dry overnight to form this kind of cool brown aged effect. And as you can see, I've started some guidelines because I don't have much time per video. So if we zoom in a bit, there we go. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm up to. Now, for your trunk of your tree, or your baseline, you're going to need 3 strands, and think of it like, ladies, think of it like a plait. Guys, sorry if you don't know what a plait is, but basically we're going to layer over each piece. So, excuse my arm, I am left-handed. So what you want to do is, you want to draw one, think of it like a worm or a sausage, like squiggly line, there we go. And that's the secondary centre of your tree. Then you're going to need a second part, which is going to either overlap or underlap it. So it's like 2 pieces of string that you've wound together. So you've got these 2 pieces here. Now the next important part is your third strand, and you can do it either your left or your right side. Today I think I'm going to do it on the left side. So if it's coming out of the left side, you want to start it on the right. So then you end up having 1, 2, 3 strands. And of course it's going to naturally curve out here, like that. And already, although it's a bit obscure, you can already see at the start of your tree. So, then it's a case of artistic licensing a bit here. This is where you need to widen out the edges of your base of your tree, so you actually have some roots. And basically it's a case of elongating each part that you're drawing. So like this part, for example, down here, I'm going to elongate outwards into the ground. Then this bit here that we overlapped, I'm going to elongate that outwards as well, and that will become my base. Now as you can see, it's all very rough, but I only have about 6 to 8 minutes to do this. So then of course comes your shading. So you've got your 3 strands for your base, and where the lines meet you can start to shade in. And then basically to make it slightly more tree-like and less sort of like a snake, you can add little bits to the side. So you can smooth out the edges a little. So I know this does look very, very rushed, and it is, unfortunately. So, oh, my colour crayons are escaping everywhere. So you've got your mid-tones and your dark tones as well. But I'm just showing you this quickly so you guys can get an idea. And if you like, you can even put your own little hubby hole where birds like to nest. Because let's face it, most trees have a good hiding spot for where birds can hide and make their family. So just elongate this bit here. I'm using 3 different colours at the moment to indicate the different tones of shading and lighting, and this lighter one here will be my highlight. It's all about adding shapes until you are happy with your tree trunk, basically. Now, if I move up slightly, this is where it gets slightly tricky, and you're going to now branch off your tree. So, remember your central line that you have running through here? That is going to be the middle part of your tree. So, oops, sorry about that. Basically, you're going to have one line come out here. Hope you can see this okay. And then that is going to split off. And this casually forms the top of your centred part of your tree. This piece here, that joined from this side, if you remember, that was our third piece that we joined on, is going to form your outer branch. So just bring him out there like that. That's your third branch there. Now, a lot of people talk about symmetry in trees, and there is, believe me. However, I think when you're drawing trees, the more kind of asymmetrical and quirky they look, the more interesting they are. So, and then of course you have this piece here, which was this piece here. We're going to carry on up through and go this side. So, and again you can split it off, thicken it out a little. So now you're starting to see the shape of the tree actually forming. And when you come to the branches, you don't want such smooth lines, you need them a little bit sort of jagged. Now, I'm going to do this tree without any leaves or flowers on it for now, but basically, if I just zoom you in, the rule is you can split them off into 2. So for every one you have, you split off to 2. So 1, 2 for this middle one, then 1, 2 for that, and it is that easy. And obviously you can do them odds and evens, but it's basically just splitting off into 2 each time you draw a branch, and it is just that simple. It's the rule of 2. So you can probably see that it's starting to sort of form a very funky looking tree. It actually kind of looks slightly Disney-ish to me. I'm not sure if it does to you, but it looks a bit cartoony at the minute because I haven't drawn any detail on it. But hopefully you guys can see what I see, and you can see it start to emerge. So basically you carry the principle all around until you have a full tree. I hope this helped you guys a little bit. I'm sorry it shows short, but yeah, I hope it helped you a lot. As long as you remember your 3 strands for your main of your tree, and the splitting off into 2 each time for your branches, you should have no problem in drawing trees. And I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I should be uploading more drawing videos today, and in fact this week. I shall see you guys around. Bye byes.